welcome back, Hunters. I'm the Survivalist, and we return Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, where we've got a couple of Elder Dragons we'll go after, or we'll try to. We'll see how long it takes to go after one of them, and if it does take a bit too long, then we'll probably start breaking them up into, like, single monster episodes. But I'm also realizing maybe taking the White Fatalis armor might not be a good idea for our first hunt, since we have such a bad dragon resistance there, but we'll take it nonetheless and see. So I've already eaten, so that's good. We're going to just use the Kazusa again with the same build we had at the start of the week. So we got the Affinity plus 20, Constitution 1, Ammo Saver, and Silver Bullet. Oh, that's where I can find out where the skills are. I didn't realize it shows that there. Okay, my mistake. Actually makes me wonder if I should try checking out other stuff, because maybe this is where I could find all in-game. I thought you didn't know what you would get from this, but it's actually in just the... It's a little weird it's not in the skill tree stuff here, but it's in, like, the active skills here it details it. That's good to know, though. But yeah, so we're going to go after the flagship of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate today, and it looks like that's the only place I've got to go after Valstrax before we get into, like, more of the further stuff, so we're going up to the Arctic Ridge at night to take him on. And I'm going to try taking a couple of extra ammo types that I don't normally bring out with me, just because they might help quite a bit here. And those are going to be Crag shots. I can take, Crag 1 and 2. I think I've even actually got, we can rapid fire Crag 2s. We can, okay. And Valstrax, it's a pretty interesting hunt, go after it. At first, I wasn't really sold that much when I heard about, like, it initially as, like, a jet-powered Elder Dragon. One of the nice things about Monster Hunter is they really often try to make the monsters feel like more as natural living things. Like, they try to bring natural elements and some... I mean, granted, I wouldn't call it supernatural science, but they, like, fantasy science in some ways, I guess to call it, to explain some of the natural adaptations the creatures and the monsters have, so... I was skeptical of it first, but after having been able to, like, go after and face it head-on and such, I think it does, kind of walk the line of being a little bit too out there and fantastical for Monster Hunter, but it doesn't go too far into it. It's just, like, at the borders of it. Like, one of the things about Frontier that often gets a lot of talk about it is, like, there you are. It's like, is the monster actually a good fit for Monster Hunter? Does it feel like it's too fantastical, too out there? Too over the top is usually what the general, I think, like, description is for those kinds of things. Oh, that hurt a little bit. But the problem with over the top is you have to actually be able to define your top in that situation. And if you don't do that, your frame of reference kind of doesn't exist, so it falls apart for your argument a little. But if you hold down the details, that's when you can actually go through and be a little bit more descriptive and focused with it. And Valstrax, it's a monster that does take a while to get used to its moveset, because it can be a little hard to read for the initial encounters. Like, it's not so much the charges, but it's like that one little, like, galloping leap it did at us the first time. Oh, that hurt a fair bit. And we did get Dragon Blight inflicted. I'm going to definitely want to heal up. Dragon Blight is going to be the most dangerous threat here, I think, for our hunt with him. We aren't using an elemental build, because truth be told, I don't think element builds actually are that effective against Valstrax. I know his armor is, like, a little bit unique where it's like once his skill gets activated or something, it gets a different elemental. I'm trying to remember how it works. Because it's been a bit different, I think, on each iteration since he's now been in a few different entries. I think back in this iteration, he has... It's not like a full neutral resistance like all elements aside from Dragon. But I think it's something where it's like your Dragon attack will get boosted by your other elemental resistances or something like that. I'm not too sure. It wasn't really an armor for Gunners all that much. Even if it had, like, Gunner-specific armor. Because I thought Elder Dragon like Valstrax, who does, like, a lot of attacks where it's, like, projectiles, might have had, like, rapid fire into its skill set, but did not at all. Yeah, go and do that, just block that. And block that. And be ready with this, because, yeah, there's the second. Valstrax is another monster where I'd say you're probably better playing defense for... Oh. I was going to say you're better playing defense against him. Oh, there he is. He does have his around-the-world strike. I was trying to figure out where it was coming in from. I think I just caught a glimpse of it last moment there. But thankfully, Valor mode, or the Valor block, as long as you're facing the right direction, does negate a lot of its danger. And that one is actually like a back sweep. That's the attack that I think I always got caught by a lot in the first hunts. As you're expecting to be like a forward attack, but it's actually a back sweep, so you have to be facing the opposite direction of him where he's coming from. And some good part breaks off, but we haven't gotten a nice big opening for like getting a nice stagger off on him. Because Valstrax has a very specific opening that you can really capitalize on. But I'm not sure if it's like low stamina. Oh, that hurt. What exactly triggers it? I'm not sure if it's like low stamina or something else. Yeah, mind that, and there's going to be a second one. Oh, no, no second. Oh, ran into the map's edge. I guess the area's edge, but I'm going to take tactical retreat just to top ourselves up. Yeah, Valstrax, depending on the area, can be a very tight quarter fight when you don't want it to be. But we're topped up, reloaded. Let's head back in and see if he's still in the area. Yeah, it is. Yeah, this one is probably best just to let the Valor block go its first full duration. As you can see, there are a couple different things he can do once he does do, like, the stabbing. Oh, that's what... Not what I was waiting for. Oh. Okay, actually left the area. I thought it was going to be another round-the-world strike. Let's top ourselves off. And keep on him. Oh, there you are. Yeah, Valstrax, I think, will only basically stay up in the top reaches, the mountain areas here. So I don't think I... That's what I've been waiting on. Yeah, he has, like, this big opening where it's like he's trying to take oxygen in to power his, I mean, I guess jet engines, if you want to call it that. But if you can manage to get enough damage dealt, it staggers him, and that gives you a pretty nice opening to just get a lot of extra shots in. Valstrax also has a lot of part breaks compared to some other monsters, because I think it's like the front legs can Both wings can be broken. The head can be broken. And I think there's actually... Okay, where is he going? Okay, saw him. There it is. Followed along. And then block. I'm pretty sure if it's not a one-hit kill, it's going to be very close to it if you don't like do anything to try avoiding or protecting from that strike. Oh, another part break. Actually, I might look at trying for some Craig shots. See if we can get just a knockout on him. Oh. Okay, that was Now, I want to see if I can get a knockout, just because with how he's been leaping around a fair bit there. Be nice if I can get a opening, get a lot more shots in. But it's down and then forward. And does he have like a little opening? He does? Yeah, he does. Perfect. There we go. And we can even get a few pierce shots in at this point too. Kind of forgot that as much as I have normal 2 rapid fire, I do also have the pierce up thanks to the silver bullet skill. Or the steady hand, I think it's called instead. And see if I can get an opening. There we go. Got a heal in. Oh. As soon as I got it, I lost it. We haven't seen the big laser yet, though, because he does have one more pretty powerful attack that he's not shown off. Oh, that's kind of a bad spot to have been in. Actually, I'm not sure if I can actually get Valstrax low on. Nope. Now they're opening for us. Come on, get reloaded. There we go. I think it's just a straight-up damage threshold. Doesn't have to be like elemental damage or raw damage. It can just be any damage, and if it's enough, will cause that little like engine burst there, backfiring. Block that. Oh, yeah, that was able to get in. Yeah, that has a really long reach on it. Gotta mind that sweep. Yeah, there's still only that one attack that he hasn't shown off or done yet. Okay, he's leaving the area with that one. I'm always paranoid when he does go off if it's going to be the circling strike or not. I don't think we're doing too bad for the fight so far. We've used a fair bit of the potions, but that's kind of expected. If you're fighting an endgame Elder Dragon or close to one, you kind of expect you'll be into some of your healing stock. Oh, excuse me. Your healing stock. I have no idea how much health he has left to go. Because I think you can actually just repel them too. I know some of the Elder Dragons, I think, but only have like the 35 minutes hunt times. It's possible that if you don't get the full damage amount to take them out, they'll just flee at a time threshold. I'd prefer to try to take them right down, but we'll see how it goes. I think it's like when there's 10 minutes left to go or something like that. No, actually won't have to worry about that. Oh, and I forgot to... pack myself the paint shot. I guess when I change things out for getting the different loadout in preparation. Oh, and we'll be back to normal 2s. I think he's just coming up here to sleep. So he shouldn't take too much longer. And I am debating whether I should do Shagaru this episode, or maybe save it for another one. We'll see how long it takes for, like, this last leg he has for health. Block that. Yeah, I think just for safety's sake, I'm probably best to just make sure I'm... There we go. Another backfire. And down goes Valstrax. Again, it sounds like a really out-there concept and feels like maybe a little too fantastical or too high fantasy for how Monster Hunter generally is, but I think they incorporated it really well. So that's our carves off of him. And another monster taken down. I'm debating whether I should try for Shagaru today as well, but maybe I'll start giving the monsters their own individual episodes. Just because I don't know if it'll be as fast or slower than this hunt was. And I don't want the episodes to go too long either. Because, like, imagine if each hunt takes, like, 25 minutes each. That's 50 minutes an episode, and I feel like that's a little too long for Monster Hunter episodes to be. It's kind of nice to contain them to, like, maybe 15 to 20 minute hunts per. And that should do just fine. So yeah, with going into, like, the Elder Dragons and more of the NG4 hunts, I think we will end today's episode with that taken down. And depending on, like, unless there's some that are, like, super quick, we'll just start dedicating single episodes to each monster. But that's a very nice thing to see. The Ruby Dragon Mind Stone, the rarest item we can get from them, as well as the second rarest of Red Dragon Mind Stone. I just don't think I have anything else to make with Valstrax's stuff to put it to good use. But now this makes me want to just quickly check and see if, like, what the Deviant armor tells me for, like, the skill stuff. Because that was one thing I never thought was actually in-game, was that if it was, like, compound skills, you wouldn't know without looking it up for, like, what they did. But it's actually all right there in that little window. So since I do have a little extra time, let me just slap on a few Deviant things and see what it says for them. So we'll start with... I think we'll do Bloodbath Diabloses, because that's one I've used in the series before. And if we go to status... Yeah, it does list everything here. I feel like an idiot for not realizing that was a thing. So, Bloodbath gives us attack up large, evasion +2, and composed. I don't know what composed means, though. And doesn't tell us anything here, so it helps. It's ironic it does help for a little bit, but I think composed is actually something that does have more compound skills in it as well. But let's see, what else do we have? I think I've also got... Yeah, I've got the Elder Frost set. This is Elder Frost Gammas look. And what do we have for this one? So this gives us Marathon Runner, Bludgeoner, Normal / Rapid Up, and Attack M. Ooh, really? This does have Normal Up in it, eh? Although, one bad thing about the Deviant sets is they have no gem slots. You basically are forced to only working with whatever you can get in the decoration and the weapons, so it can be difficult to build and work with them. And the other one I have is Soulseer Mizutsune's. And what does this have to itself? Soulseer Soul of Critical Eye +3 and Challenger +1, and Acrobat and Bubbly Dance. So yeah, this is only level 2, so I think if I were to upgrade it further, it would eventually get that, like, Deviant Soul X to it, which does have an extra skill thrown in there. I don't think there's anything else that has had, like, compound skills to it that I'm trying to think of. I don't suppose I have any... I might actually take a quick look at the Astral to see what that all says for it. I was just looking to see if I had anything that had composed to it, so I could, like, know and at least go into that, but... I mean, I have Prudence. Yeah, this is actually... This might be Furious Rajang's set, or just G-Rank Rajang's. I'm not too sure. Let me check what Prudence... Oh, that's what Compose does. Makes it easier to fill the Arts Gauge, Valor Gauge, and Alchemy Gauge. Okay. And that is... Insight. So that's its own skill. And then Fleet Feet has something more to it. Combines effects of Peak Performance and Evade Extender. Okay. So yeah, I really wish I had known this much earlier into the series to be able to tell you guys, but that you actually can find out the information for, like, what compound skills are just in the page before the skill details. Dang, that would have been so much better to have been able to, like, let you guys know about far sooner, and I do apologize about that. But yeah, I think we will take this set through for a little bit further. I mean, I would like to try out the Elder Frost Gamma since it does have normal up to it, but it's just kind of difficult to work with anything else of the skills that it has to it. Again, I don't miss the changes they did to have you using the skill system for armor and such. Like, being able to make much more freeform sets and include all kinds of skills feels like so much more fun these days than, like, GU and earlier. But with that, I think we are good to send you guys off and end today's episode right here. So thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate RG Rank Hunts. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave comments right down below. And next episode, we'll be going after Shagru Magala, and then we'll see about the other 2 hunts for the week. Until then, please remember, hunters and survivors, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.